Welcome to the Deep Dive. I'm Adam.
And I'm Lana.
Today we're embarking on a really crucial deep dive, the topic, why AI strategies fail and what to do instead. You've probably heard all about the incredible potential of artificial intelligence, right?
Yeah.
But the reality is, well, for many companies, actually harnessing it feels a bit like trying to catch smoke.
That's absolutely right. And our mission today is to, cut through some of that hype. You want to understand why so many AI initiatives fall short.
Even with huge investments and the latest tech.
Exactly. We'll dig into how AI adoption is often fundamentally a human behavior challenge, not just a tech one.
Okay.
We'll pinpoint where companies consistently go wrong and maybe clarify what deployment really means when you're designing these powerful tools for actual human users.
Right, not just in the lab.
Precisely. We've gathered some compelling insights, some surprising facts, too, hopefully to get you well-informed quickly.
Okay, let's start by unpacking the scale of this problem, because when we talk about AI projects failing, it's not just, minor hiccups.
No, not at all. The sheer magnitude is often, underestimated. Research from various places paints a pretty stark picture.
How stark?
Some estimates suggest a staggering 70 to 80% of AI projects. They either fail to deliver on their promises,
70 to 80%.
or they never even make it from a prototype stage to actual production use. That's an incredibly high failure rate for any kind of investment.
Wow. And here's where it gets really interesting, maybe even a bit dramatic. When you compare this to other kinds of projects,
Yeah.
one report found AI project failure rates are almost double those of traditional IT projects from just a decade ago.
Double. Okay.
And even higher than the failure rate for, say, new product development. It really makes you wonder, what is it about AI specifically?
That's a great question. And if we zoom out a bit, it suggests something really fundamental is being missed.
Like what?
Well, Deloitte's research backs this up. They found only a tiny fraction, maybe 18 to 36% of organizations actually achieve the benefits they expected from AI.
Only 18 to 36%.
Yeah. And just 27% managed to improve efficiency or productivity. It leads to this thing sometimes called pilot paralysis.
Pilot paralysis.
Right. Companies get stuck. They're in these endless proof of concept cycles, always tweaking models in the lab.
But never quite committing.
Exactly. They don't commit the resources for that real-world integration, for full deployment.
Yeah.
It's surprisingly common.
The Harvard Business Review even called most of these failures dumb reasons.
Ouch.
Yeah, basically implying they stem from poor business practices.
Yeah.
Things that are actually avoidable.
Right.
So what does this all mean for you listening right now and for your organization? It means the core problem isn't just about the technology itself. It goes deeper.
So that leads to the obvious question. If it's not just the tech, what are the main reasons these AI projects falter? Our sources point to several key areas, and you'll notice many are deeply rooted in human factors, organizational dynamics.
Okay, number one culprit seems to be misaligned expectations and unclear objectives. So many AI journeys, as one expert nicely put it, suffer from the shiny things disease.
Shiny things disease. I like that.
Right. Companies start with some cool new technology, and then they try to find a problem for it to solve.
Instead of the other way around.
Exactly. It's like venturing into a dense fog without a map. Unlike maybe traditional software, AI success is super sensitive to having a precisely defined problem up front.
That's a crucial point. Without that clarity, the models often end up optimizing for the wrong thing.
So you get technical brilliance.
That's completely irrelevant to the actual business need.
Yeah.
McKinsey really hammers this home focus on the user needs from the very start.
Understand their pain points, their workflows.
Exactly. How will this tool actually fit into their day? Without that deep understanding, even the most advanced AI can just sit there unused or poorly integrated.
And that disconnect often leads to those wildly unrealistic ROI expectations we mentioned.
Yep, with roughly 60% of companies seeing no significant return on their AI investments. 60%.
Wow. Okay, another critical factor, and this one trips up so many initiatives, poor data quality and governance.
Oh, data, the foundation, right.
Absolutely. AI systems are completely dependent on high-quality, relevant, properly labeled data. That's how they learn. But research shows a shocking 70% of AI projects fail because of issues with data quality or integration. 70%.
That number is just staggering. Someone described it as trying to build a skyscraper with data that's about as clean as a teenager's messy bedroom.
Ah, that's a good one.
It paints a picture, doesn't it? And for AI, garbage in, garbage out isn't just inefficient.
Yeah.
It can lead to biased outputs, unreliable results, even dangerous ones. That erodes trust right at the core. So data quality isn't just a nuisance, it's often a crisis point.
Right.
And the lack of strong data governance frameworks, or those production-ready data pipelines, systems to reliably feed clean, prepared data into the models, that's cited again and again as a major failure reason.
Okay, so let's say you have great data. What's next? Even then, if the teams involved aren't collaborating, you hit another wall.
The people problem again.
Exactly. The lack of cross-functional teams and those dreaded siloed efforts.
Mm-hmm. The silos.
Successful AI needs seamless collaboration, right? Data science, IT, the actual business units, they all have to work together.
But often they don't.
Far too often, they operate in isolation. That leads to misalignment, solutions that are totally disconnected from what users actually need.
Mm-hmm.
One source calls this silo mentality, simply poison to AI adoption.
Poison. That's strong, but probably accurate. It's fascinating, isn't it? You can have great data, plenty of funding, but if the human element, that collaboration, isn't there.
The whole strategy just crumbles.
Yeah. And that leads us directly into the next point, talent shortages and the AI skills gap.
Right. Finding the right people.
It's a huge challenge. About 29% of firms cite a lack of internal expertise as a major barrier.
Almost a third?
And here's an interesting twist. One survey found 81% of IT professionals think they can use AI effectively.
81% think they can.
But only 12% actually possess the necessary practical skills according to the survey criteria.
Wow, that's a massive gap between perception and reality.
Huge gap.
Okay, and finally, a massive, often underestimated reason for failure. The lack of proper change management and these underlying trust issues.
Change management, the soft stuff, that's actually really hard stuff.
Exactly. Implementing AI means fundamentally changing how people do their jobs. And people naturally resist change, especially when they don't understand it or, frankly, fear its impact.
And those fears are real. A McKinsey study found up to 70% of all change programs fail. Not just AI, any major change.
70%? Why?
Often due to employee resistance and, crucially, a lack of visible support from leaders. People worry about job displacement, too. AI is expected to displace around 85 million jobs by 2025.
Although it's also expected to create 97 million new ones.
Right, but that transition is scary for individuals. So the natural question for leaders becomes, how do you navigate that? Especially with the black box nature of some AI, not always being clear how it reaches a decision.
That lack of transparency breeds skepticism.
Absolutely. Employees worry about AI literacy feeling unprepared. They worry about AI substitutability, fearing they'll become obsolete. And AI accountability, who's responsible if the AI makes a mistake?
These aren't minor concerns.
No, they're deeply human anxieties that need addressing.
Okay, so looking back at all these failure points, unclear objectives, bad data, silos, skills gaps, lack of change management, trust issues, what's the big takeaway here?
The common thread.
Yeah.
It seems so obvious once you list it out.
Yeah.
It's the human element. Every single time. The sources are incredibly clear on this. For AI, adoption is fundamentally a behavior challenge, not just a technology one.
Okay, say that again. A behavior challenge.
Yes. And what's striking is how consistent the research is. Boston Consulting Group, BCG, they found roughly 70% of challenges in AI projects. They stem from people and process issues, not technical ones.
70%. People and process.
As one expert put it so well, the single most critical driver of value from AI is not algorithms, nor technology. It is the human in the equation.
That really drives it home. It underlines that old saying, culture eats strategy for breakfast.
In this case, culture eats AI strategy for breakfast.
Right. If you ignore the required human and social changes, you basically negate the impact of even the smartest experts and the best tools.
Precisely. And leading that crucial cultural shift, that falls squarely on leadership.
Leadership has to own it.
Absolutely. Looking at the bigger picture, McKinsey's research found something really counterintuitive. The biggest barrier to scaling AI often isn't employee pushback.
No. What is it then?
It's leadership inertia, a lack of alignment at the top. Leaders are the ones who define priorities, allocate the resources, and signal what really matters through their own actions and focus.
So leaders need to lead by example, maybe openly using AI tools themselves.
That sends a powerful message. It says AI isn't just some pet project we've delegated to IT. We, the leadership, are embracing it too. That kind of top-down endorsement, it can make a huge difference in adoption.
Okay, but what about that AI anxiety we talked about? The fear among employees?
Yeah, that's the crucial question, isn't it? How do you address that? Leaders must acknowledge those concerns empathetically.
How? What does that sound like?
It could be as simple as saying something like, look, I know many of you are wondering what AI means for your jobs, for your careers here. That's a completely natural question. Frankly, I would be asking it too if I were in your shoes.
Just acknowledging it openly.
That simple act of validation builds immense trust. And the need is there. A staggering 47% of U.S. workers felt unprepared for widespread AI adoption in 2024.
Almost half the workforce felt unprepared.
That clearly shows the deep need for communication, support, and a clear path forward.
So what can companies actually do then? How do you turn this around and build that foundation for AI success?
The answer really seems to lie in building a truly AI-ready culture. You have to put humans right at the center of your strategy.
Human-centered AI.
Yes, and combining that with robust change management. BCG even recommends allocating maybe 2/3 of your effort and resources in AI programs specifically on people-related capabilities.
2/3 on people, not just tech.
Hmm.
That's a major shift in focus.
It is. It also means deliberately cultivating a culture of experimentation and agility. AI projects have inherent uncertainty, right? Not every model works first time.
Failure is part of the process.
Exactly. Companies need to embrace a fail fast, learn faster mindset. You have to create an environment of psychological safety.
Psychological safety, meaning
Meaning employees feel safe to test ideas, to experiment, even to fail sometimes without fearing blame. That's crucial for the iterative nature of AI development. Agile methods fit perfectly here too.
okay, that makes sense.
And looking at the organizational structure, companies have to actively break down those silos we mentioned and really foster cross-functional collaboration.
Get data science talking to marketing, talking to operations.
Precisely. AI demands that tight cooperation. Some companies are establishing things like AI centers of excellence, or maybe informal guilds with experts rotating from different departments. That helps institutionalize collaboration, make it the norm.
And hand in hand with collaboration must be encouraging data sharing and data-driven decision-making.
The lifeblood, remember?
Right. Data is the lifeblood. Companies have to overcome that instinct towards data hoarding.
And instead embrace data democratization, making data accessible, understandable, usable for everyone, not just specialists.
The goal should be making the question, okay, but what does the data say? Just a common reflexive thing in every meeting.
That's a great goal. But the crucial question then is, how do you actually equip your people for all this?
The training piece.
Yes, it's absolutely vital to upskill and empower the workforce. We saw those stats, 49% of workers feel they need AI training.
Yet only 14% had received any.
That gap is the linchpin, really. It connects the strategy to the actual execution on the ground.
So what does that upskilling look like?
It involves doing proper skills gap analyses first, seeing where you are, then developing AI literacy programs for all employees, basic understanding for everyone.
From the C-suite down.
Absolutely. And then providing more tailored role-specific training for your technical staff, your functional experts, general users, even leadership needs specific training. It's a continuous journey.
Not a one-off workshop.
Definitely not. And it works best when you complement the learning with practical ways to apply it, like internal hackathons, innovation challenges, pilot projects. Let people play with the tools.
And is the workforce willing?
What's really encouraging here is that 57% of workers say they are ready and willing to retrain to stay relevant in this AI era.
Over half are ready to learn.
The appetite is definitely there. Organizations just need to provide the means, the pathways, and the support.
Okay, theory is one thing. But let's look at a concrete example. Someone who actually did this well.
Good idea. Let's talk about the pharmaceutical giant Novartis.
Novartis. Oh.
They undertook this sweeping AI-focused cultural transformation starting in the late 2010s, early 2020s. Think about it transforming a massive traditional pharma company into an AI-powered one.
Sounds like a monumental task.
It was. But their CEO, Narasimhan, he publicly and consistently stressed this vision. Becoming an AI-powered company, it wasn't just talk.
How did they back it up?
In 2019, they partnered with Microsoft. They established an AI innovation lab. That sent a really clear signal across the whole organization. Leadership is serious. This is happening.
Okay, a visible commitment. And what about the people? The upskilling?
This is where it gets really compelling. Novartis invested heavily in upskilling their huge workforce, over 100,000 people.
100,000 plus.
Yeah. They launched an internal AI academy. It gave all employees access to comprehensive online courses. Get this. By 2020, their employees had completed over 175,000 courses on platforms like Coursera and LinkedIn Learning.
175,000 courses.
In strategic skills like data science and AI, that figure is just astounding for any company, let alone one that size in that industry.
Truly remarkable. Was it just about courses, though?
No, not at all. Beyond the training, they actively worked on the culture. They aimed for a curious, inspired, unbossed culture.
Unbust.
Yeah, encouraging initiative, less hierarchy. They fostered cross-pollination, multidisciplinary project teams, hackathons, datathons, bringing people together around data challenges.
Getting people to collaborate actively.
And crucially, leadership consistently communicated the message. AI is here to augment our teams, not replace them. And they backed that up with tangible new career development paths, even creating novel roles like AI ethicist.
So what were the results? Did it work?
The results were very tangible, very impressive. Hundreds of AI projects got into the pipeline. Tasks that used to take months, now completed in days.
Like what? Any examples?
Yeah, like designing a potential new drug compound in maybe a tenth of the traditional time.
Wow. A tenth of the time.
They didn't just adopt AI tools, they fundamentally transformed their workforce into this formidable internal data science community. Tens of thousands of employees regularly engaging with data analytics platforms.
That's incredible transformation.
So maybe the question for you, listening, is what stands out to you from that Novartis story?
Yeah, what's the key lesson?
It just clearly demonstrates that by really prioritizing people, training them, involving them, celebrating their learning, even a huge, traditionally conservative company can become a genuine AI success story. It's about making your workforce AI fluent, not just AI aware.
Okay, so building on Novartis, how do you, as a leader or part of an organization, figure out where your organization stands on this journey? How ready are you?
That's the next logical step, right? You need to actually assess your cultural readiness for AI.
How do you do that?
What's insightful here is that you don't necessarily need complex, expensive tools, at least not to start. Simple things like surveys and interviews can give you a good initial read.
What kind of questions would you ask?
Things like, do you feel you understand the basics of AI? How do you feel about using more AI in your work? Or maybe, do you trust our leadership to implement AI in a way that's actually beneficial for employees? Gauging understanding, sentiment, trust.
And beyond surveys.
Qualitative methods, like focus groups, can uncover deeper insights, the why behind the survey answers. Then you can get more structured. Use readiness frameworks or maturity models.
Maturity model.
Yeah, tools that help you evaluate your organization across key dimensions: leadership commitment, culture, talent readiness, data maturity, governance structures. It helps you rate yourself, see where you stand on a scale, identify strengths and weaknesses.
Okay, so you do the assessment, you get the results. Then what?
The key is to analyze those results carefully. Identify your specific barriers. Is it mostly a lack of understanding? Is it deep-seated fear and uncertainty? Is it still those data silos?
Find your specific roadblocks.
Exactly. And then develop targeted interventions to address those specific issues. If trust is low, maybe you need to double down on transparency and communication. If skills are lacking, you accelerate the training plans you identified.
Tailor the solution to the problem.
Precisely. And finally, this isn't a one-and-done thing. You absolutely must continually monitor and iterate.
Keep checking in.
Yeah. Use quick pulse surveys. Track adoption rates for the AI tools you roll out. Hold regular feedback sessions. This ongoing loop does two things. It gives you data, and it shows employees their feedback matters, that it's being acted upon.
Which reinforces that psychological safety we talked about.
Exactly. It drives continuous improvement and builds trust along the way.
Okay, so as we start to wrap up this deep dive, the narrative seems crystal clear. In the whole story of enterprise AI transformation, people and culture are the real heroes. It's not just about the technology itself.
That's right. We keep coming back to it, don't we? That stat 70% of AI project challenges are non-technical.
70%.
The soft stuff, leadership vision, building trust, shaping the culture, managing change effectively, developing skills, that's what truly determines whether AI initiatives deliver real value or just, wither away into another forgotten pilot project.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? Especially if you're in a leadership role.
It means AI transformation is this profound leadership opportunity, a chance to reimagine your organization.
Not just upgrade the tech.
No, it's a chance to modernize your entire culture, your ways of working, how your people collaborate and thrive.
By prioritizing things like empathy, clear vision, continuous education.
You unlock the full promise of AI for your organization. And critically, not in spite of your people, but actually through them.
It's kind of fitting, isn't it? Success with artificial intelligence.
Ultimately comes down to very human intelligence, things like leadership, empathy, creativity, and just a relentless commitment to learning and adapting together.
So the advice is, as you push forward with AI, remember to lead with your people right at the forefront.
The technology will follow.
And so will the results. The technology might be artificial, but the transformation it enables, that's very, very human.
Well said. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive into why AI strategies fail and hopefully some ideas on what to do instead. We really hope these insights empower you on your own AI journey.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Lana.
And this has been The Deep Dive.